He said they can't
Boom,
hear
now
us.
they can hear us.
Oh,
See, this is the problem.
Finally, I'm here.
We had
I'm here, guys.
we had to restart the computer. There's a lot of moving parts today, so it's Friday. Who cares?
Guys. Oh,
Jesus Christ.
she wiggled her.
Please don't break our dog anymore.
Oh my God. Here she is, guys.
Okay, that's
Yay!
super loud. Sure
Here's
is.
Toki. Good morning. Ooh. Can you guys hear us?
You guys can hear us now.
Breaking the internet. Yes. She is doing so good. Little lady is doing great in her exercises.
She
And
really is.
she's also walking a little bit. Just if she has a sock in her mouth, she walks the best.
She just straight up was just walking around on the carpet day before yesterday. Like, oh, she's completely walked now.
Yeah.
And that is true. With a sock in her mouth, she just decides to use her legs. No rhyme or reason to that.
She does this little thing where she'll pull her leg underneath and then like push up, pull her leg, push up. So anyway, Toki's doing great. But
Guys,
did you see the announcement today? Did you see? I just put it up. So
go to butcherbabies.com.
yeah, go to
right now.
butcherbabies.com.
Go right now. Get off this stupid stream and go to our website.
So we have announced we have a new single coming out next Friday on the 30th of October. It's called Bottom of a Bottle, and I'm so excited for you guys to hear this song. I think it's my favorite song that we've ever written, and
Wow, that's quite your favorite we've ever written. Dang.
oh, is she gonna poop?
That's a big announcement. Toki is
You guys, so many malfunctions this morning.
I'm just like, seriously. Could today just get I hope I'm fingers crossed.
We have a special guest today joining
We have a
us
special
in
guest.
about 20 minutes. Dave Ellefson from Megadeth will be joining us on our stream here.
Dave.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
We'll see if we can see and hear him. It might just be air.
We'll try and make it work for sure. I mean, we should have probably tested this.
We tried to. Oh boy.
So Dave
Whatever.
will be joining us today. He is going to be actually doing a couple of dates. We'll talk to him about it later, though.
Yeah.
I have been so fucking stressed about getting this announcement out, even, and it's live, guys. It's live.
It is live.
Toki, you're gonna fall. Can you grab her? She keeps trying to walk towards you, and I say walk as in she's pushing off those back legs.
Hobble.
She's hobbling towards you.
Okay. All right. Calm down.
So if you go to our Instagram, Facebook, anything, there is a pre-save link for you to pre-save this song.
Yeah, clever little feature. It'll save the song automatically for
so
you.
you can hear it first. Maybe we should put that link in the chat.
Maybe it's still in the clipboard here. Let me see here.
If we can. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, look. Nope.
Nope, that's-
That we do not want to put. Oh my God. That would be terrible. Can you imagine? Hey, everybody.
Just go to butcherbabies.com.
I can get it here. I can get you.
New follower. Shargith. I also saw that we had a couple of resubscribers. We had Matthew Ryan, thanks for resubbing. And Power Metal Ed, what's up, Ed?
There it is.
Resubbing. And then I saw we had another subscriber. Boom. Ryan
83.
Ryan, maybe 83. Thank you guys so much for subbing, and welcome to the
Look at
to
Toki.
the fam.
Look at Toki just.
Oh You guys, is she real? Is this real?
We were having this discussion last night. Is this a real dog?
Are you real? Are you real?
She's
like,
kind
yeah.
of just a stuffed animal.
Jeez.
Nope,
Don't touch me.
She's real.
She's just so fucking cute. Oh my god.
That's not her tongue. That is her bottom lip. Her tongue is not sticking out. There it is. There's her tongue. Toki, you need a bath. Jesus.
So, welcome to the show. We are drinking coffee.
Yeah, we
Only
should have had
coffee.
mimosas
It is Friday. Yeah, why didn't we
to celebrate.
plan mimosas for today?
You know, if we had the other thing, it's also on the site. We didn't even tell people about the other thing.
No, I'm gonna do it later.
Oh, I mean, it's on the site.
Oh, okay. So, you guys don't know. Wayne, shut the fuck up.
Ooh, coffee. Ooh.
Ew.
Fuck out of here.
We are also releasing our 10-year anniversary wine. It's a Pinot Noir, and we're so excited.
Guys,
It
this
is-
thing is bomb. Can we show them a picture?
It's on the picture of it is on our site.
You want to see like the actual picture? Can we show them
No.
that? Okay. Sorry. People are like, this doesn't exist.
So we are releasing a 10-year anniversary wine and also our new single, all coming out on Friday the 31st. So I'm pretty excited about it.
What do you think this song sounds like, guys? What is this going to be like? Is this going to be like... What is it going to sound like? What do you think?
Yeah, what do you think the song...
What is this going to be like?
Is it going to be like...
I can't wait for your answers. I can't wait for the creativity to be flowing now and hard and heavy. There you go.
We wrote this song May of 2019.
May of 2019. So we've been sitting on this. This is old stuff for us.
Yeah.
This is literally like
We
I hear the
wrote
song
and
now. And it's
recorded
like
this song in
that
May
song again.
of 2019. Really?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh
it's
my
actually
God.
it's actually when we
It was new to Ricky.
when we listened to it recently, we're like, damn, that is insane.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys.
New follower, Jeff Monkey. Hey, buddy. Welcome to the fam. So, it's going to smell like whiskey? Sure. Sure. The
Sure.
song's going to smell like whiskey? Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's a scratch and sniff single. If you lick it, don't lick it.
I have to call Carla real quick.
Why?
I have to see if she's joining us.
Oh, she hasn't responded.
No.
She responded to my stupid text
She's
message.
probably in yoga. She never answers when
Am I
I
gonna
call
be
her in the
singing too?
morning.
That's an interesting concept.
Huh.
I should, huh?
That we actually thought about it.
I'll do it. I'll sing right now.
You guys, Tiffany, thank you. Pre-ad. Everyone pre-ad. Oh my God, Carla, get out of yoga. You know we're doing this today.
Oh geez. It's doing this very quickly. Very soon. Very soon.
What's everyone doing today? How do you pre-ad?
You click the link.
Click the link.
Come on, bro.
Come on. Go to
Follow the-
butcherbabies.com.
You click the button.
Those music streams. Oh.
Well, here's the thing, guys.
We don't have okay, that's
We can't
fine.
just hand deliver the song to your front door. you have to subscribe to some sort of get with the times. Let's go. Come on. What do you still have a record player?
It's okay. It's gonna be out everywhere
it'll be
digitally.
everywhere. You'll hear it.
And we're also releasing a single physical copy for all of you who love physical copies still, because I love physical copies. And there's another track on there. It's the live version of Jesus Needs More Babies for His War Machine, and also 4 hidden tracks.
4?
Uh-huh.
That's a lot.
Yeah. 4
That's a lot of-
4 hidden tracks.
That's a lot of. Oh my gosh.
So all of this, all the bundles, everything goes live on the 30th. I'm pretty excited for you guys to finally have this single. This is one of my, like I said, one of my favorite songs we've ever written. Maybe not the favorite, but I think it might be my favorite. I don't know. What's your favorite song we've written?
That's not a fair question.
No?
Because when you start thinking back on stuff, there's some songs you're like, you probably had more. I don't know. That's a really, really tough one, because some songs you spend a lot of time trying to work out.
Yeah.
And those are like frustrating songs. But I end up loving those. And then some songs just come out of nowhere, and they're just like, this particular song was written pretty quick.
Yeah.
It was pretty quick, and it was from scratch. I remember it was a riff, and then it was a song like that.
The lyrics flowed like
And that's
fine wine.
yes, and Matt, our producer, is just like, he's so good, and would just take an idea and just like,
Yeah.
just, and there's a song, and he literally did that with his hands.
This is before Ricky was in the band.
Yes, this is
We
before
wrote this
Ricky.
song in, like I said,
19.
May of 2019.
So
A year and a half ago.
yeah,
That's fucking bananas to me.
we were running lean. We were running pretty lean.
So he didn't play on this, but he's gonna play.
Which way are we
with
gonna
us.
vote? You mean for the old guy or the old guy?
I don't know. Maybe the old guy.
Maybe the old guy. The old geezer. So yeah.
Nope, not Jason either. Jason didn't play on it either.
Yep.
Oh, do we have the Zoom pulled up?
Yeah, it's up.
Oh, okay. So what are we gonna do if Carla doesn't join? Because it's the 3.
No, I made a backup.
Oh my gosh, you're so
I know what I'm
smart.
doing.
Should we do an article before we do this?
We could do that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do one. Let's see what we got here. What do you think? No? This one? This one?
No.
No? This one? You guys loving this? This one? This one? Come on, pick one.
Let's do this. It's a quiz. You guys ready for this quiz?
Are we doing? Okay, this one?
Yeah, let's do
All
this
right.
one.
Okay, here we go.
It's a quiz.
Um,
So if you're American, apparently.
Americans should easily guess 3 out of 15 on this U.S. state landmark quiz. Can you? Okay, this is interesting because we've been traveling.
Yeah. And I actually did the quiz and I was like
Oh, you've already done this?
confused at some of them.
Oh.
Well, because we've had some real winners lately.
Well, I know. It's kind of fun though when it's really dumb because then we can just trash on it.
No, I do not have another account on Instagram. Apparently there's a fake one adding people.
Oh, fun.
It happens like once a week, guys.
Okay.
I only have my one. Don't
Oh, by the way,
be fooled.
New Borat.
Oh, I'm
New Borat.
so excited. That's today.
It's out today.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna
That was a big announcement, guys. We don't have a new song. It's the new Borat.
Borat.
Okay.
So exciting.
Times Square is the most visited landmark in which state? Wow.
Guys,
Okay,
you know this, right?
You guys know this? Please give me a wrong answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Daphne, you're funny.
Yeah, let's just move on. Okay. New York. The French Quarter is the most visited landmark in which state? Guys, come on. French Quarter.
Yes.
Louisiana,
Yes.
Georgia, Alabama.
Louisiana.
Yeah, well, you know.
Yeah.
But maybe some people don't know that.
Oh, well,
The French Quarter? That's not super common.
Sarah says she walked it last night. That's awesome.
Did you?
Yeah, Louisiana.
Okay.
Everyone knows
All right.
that.
Pearl
Even our Australian in the chat
Pearl
knows that.
Harbor is the most visited landmark in which state? It's the most visited. Wow, I did not know that. I would actually. I've never seen it. You guys know? Do you know?
I think it's Hawaii.
Yeah, it is Hawaii. You think it's Hawaii? That's a pretty famous
Well,
event.
you said I've never been there, and I'm like, well, how many times have you been to Hawaii?
Yeah, but you had to. Okay. Yeah, that's Hawaii. Okay. Las Vegas is the most visited landmark in which state?
I have no fucking clue. New Jersey?
Where is Vegas? Where is that place we're at right now?
By the way, guys, we live right there.
Yeah. Honestly, it's
We live in that building right
it's
there.
in this photo to the right. Okay.
There's our house.
Don't give it away. Okay. The Grand Canyon is the most visited landmark in which state? Another place we haven't been. Of all the places, we just keep driving by it.
Arizona.
Yeah.
Power Metal Ed, thanks for gifting a sub. Gina, thanks for resubbing.
Yellowstone, Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, South Dakota. Guys.
I know which one it is.
Yeah, it's Wyoming.
Yellowstone, Wyoming.
Yeah. Actually, I had to think about that one for a second. Disneyland is the most visited landmark in which state? But are we talking Disneyland?
Disneyland.
Okay.
Not world, land.
Which, by the way, still not open. Still not open. California. Okay. The Gateway Arch is the most visited landmark in which state? We had a chance to go up that thing, and hell no. Actually, one
Carla's gonna do audio with us. Okay.
She's just doing audio.
Yeah.
Oh, that helps everything. Okay.
It'll be her picture. It'll just be a picture of her.
I wish I could have substituted a picture. It's like Jabba the Hutt.
You probably still could.
I could.
Okay, this is in Missouri, guys.
Missouri.
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 Okay. Atlantic City is the most visited landmark in which state?
See, I don't know this.
Atlantic City.
Is that in Jersey?
Yeah, it's in Jersey.
Okay.
Boom. Millennium Park is the most visited landmark in which state? Oh, that is Cleveland, right? No. Shit. Ohio.
That's in Illinois. That's a Chicago thing.
Oh, right. I was thinking of the Rock and Roll Hall of
it's
Fame
the bean.
art. Boom. Good job. Actually, probably would have got that one wrong. Graceland is the most visited landmark in which state?
Guys, I know this one. Do you guys know where Graceland is?
Tennessee. Tennessee. Tennessee.
10 icy.
Mall of America is the most visited landmark. Which state? We've been there.
Yes, we
That
have.
place is big. It's a big place. Did we do the roller coaster? I think we did. That's it. Minnesota.
Is it Minnesota?
Or is it Michigan?
I thought it was Wisconsin. Guys, where is the Mall of America?
Shit. It's just one of those places in the middle.
Where's Mall of America?
Minnesota. Right.
Arnold,
Minnesota.
welcome. Thank you
That's my first
for
guess.
subscribing.
Minnesota. Boom.
Wayne, thanks for gifting 2 subs.
Thanks, Wayne.
Oh, it was Minnesota.
it's
I thought it was Wisconsin.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Just talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. One of Cleveland's only redeeming qualities.
Okay, Ohio.
Sorry.
Thanks for
Sorry.
giving that away.
Sorry.
In case you didn't know, Cleveland is in Ohio.
Ooh, White Sands National Monument.
Landmark in which state? I don't know this. White Sands or
Oh.
Salt?
David has entered the room. Should we just move on? We can come back to this.
Okay, guys.
All right,
Because I feel like that might be Utah, but I'm not sure.
Okay. Dave's here.
Let's do it.
Let me just turn this music off.
Or just turn it down. Just down a little.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
Oh my god.
Little vibe, little Halloween vibe.
Yeah.
Let's admit Mr. Dave into the room. There he is.
Hi.
What is up? Okay, let me see if I can. Can you hear us? All right. Can you hear us?
Hi.
Hey,
Good. How
hold
are
on.
you?
Hold on. I'm gonna make. How do I close this?
This is the first time that we've done an additional member to the morning show. So yeah. And
Close.
Carla is gonna be joining us
Boom.
on audio because she just got out of the shower.
Okay, I'm gonna do. Boom.
There we go.
Woo.
You were kickboxing. How fun.
Can you guys hear Dave? We're just gonna ask the chat real quick if they can hear. I can hear you perfectly. No? Can't hear him. Hold on. I got this. I got this. Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Gotcha. Yes, we
No,
are.
Vegas.
Or, sorry.
We moved to Las Vegas. Yeah.
No kidding.
I know.
Wow.
Wild, huh?
Okay.
Good for
now
you.
can you guys hear?
Can you
Dave,
hear
testing,
everybody?
testing.
Checking.
There,
There
he
we go.
is. Yay.
I'm a tech
Hey.
master.
Yeah, we moved to Vegas in August, and
Wow.
yep,
We love
love
it. We love it. We absolutely love it.
No, it is. It's cool over there, isn't it?
Yeah,
I like
it's
it.
actually been really fun. We have friends here.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it's funny. Rockers have, I left LA in '93 and came here to Scottsdale, and then some of the people were kind of moving to Phoenix or wherever. But after then, like not long after that, in January '94, that big Northridge earthquake
Yeah.
happened.
Yes.
And that was a mass exodus out of LA.
Was
And
it
seems
really?
Like there's been another one in the last 10 years, and it's like rockers either go to Vegas or the family rockers go to Nashville.
yeah, no,
Right.
that's it exactly.
And now Austin is the big place too.
Yeah,
Austin.
ideal.
But
Yeah,
I've
I
seen
get it.
I've seen a lot of people also moving to Scottsdale. So
Mhm.
Yeah, a lot of people moved to Scott. It's funny. This is so not a music town. I mean, Rob Halford moved here years ago. Alice Cooper bought his place here, I think, in '77. He told me, so he's been here forever. But most of these towns, there's a music scene here. You know what I mean? It's like we
Yeah.
live here because you're off the grid.
yeah,
Right.
nothing around.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you're headed out on tour soon.
Next week.
Oh my
Yep,
gosh,
next
are you
week
so
I'm gonna go.
excited?
Such a weird thing to
I am
hear and
excited.
say. We're going
I
on
know.
tour.
Going on tour, dude.
Are you just gonna
Yeah,
travel
I
in
mean-
a bubble?
Yeah, I mean, Saliva, they're the headliner. It's them, us, A Killer's Confession, The Crowned.
Fun, man.
And yeah, and they're kind of festival kind of setting, so there's a bunch of groups and stuff, and they capped it. Like one of them is like a 3,000 seat room, and I think they're only selling like 500 tickets, which is fine by me. They can make money and we get paid. What do I care? You know what I mean? If it's socially distanced and we can make it work, then that's fine by me.
Yeah.
So
How's the seating arrangement? How are they doing that? You said it's
find
outside?
out.
Is it outside?
We'll find out.
Oh, wow.
No, they're indoor.
Oh, it's all indoor.
Um,
Oh, wow.
So I did. I mean, I guess we could talk about this one. Are we live?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're live.
Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, right. We're wasting all the good stuff.
We're just, we're just going to start over. You can say everything.
Wait, hold on. Start rolling.
All right, start
No.
over.
I did the Mad Monster HorrorCon last week here in
That's
I guess it was
right.
2 weeks ago now here in town, and I do a lot of those when I have the time, and Mad Monster's a cool brand, and they did it over on the west side of Phoenix here at a hotel, and it was cool. They limited the tickets, and they had like a traffic pattern where everybody had to go around sort of the ball. It's like a hotel ballroom, so it was like kind of the
Yeah.
convention center inside the hotel. So it was big, but not massive, not like NAMM show or something.
Right.
Not big. And it was definitely profitable. I mean, I did well there, going in and,
Well,
selling
that's
coffee
good.
and books. Yeah, so it was definitely worth doing. It was nice for me because I could come home every night.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think that was kind of the first one to sort of say, okay, let's try this. Let's open it up. If nobody gets sick, if we can do it successfully and everybody plays by the rules, then good. So now they're talking about doing their next one down in Charlotte, North Carolina in February. So
Oh,
Right.
this is
That's
so
great.
exciting. I love hearing this.
Yeah.
I'm like, events,
You know, I feel like
shows.
I feel like people are so hungry for this kind of stuff that they are going to take extra precautions to make it fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they don't
And
want it to
successful.
end, right? And so that's a really good
rock and
thing.
roll plays by the rules finally. Right?
Well, yeah. Finally, we would just whip.
But we have to, you know what I mean? I even saw today a little thing pushed through, and I guess it was probably after the debates last night. But they're saying, look, if everybody would just wear the mask, it really it cuts down. It's basically so I don't transmit to you. If you wear a mask, it doesn't transmit to me, and
Sure.
at least there's a way that we can make it work. And we all have friends around the world. I have friends in Italy, and they as bad as they were early on, earlier this year. They were one of the first to, they played by the rules. They shut it down, and then they were actually able to open up. And now I guess they're
Right.
having to wear masks out in public. Switzerland, Germany,
Yeah.
these-
Sweden's having a little bit of a comeback.
I'm just,
Yeah,
I'm just waiting for the moment where it's like, all right, live shows. I'm so jealous and excited for you.
Well, a mask at a show. A mask at a show is not really a far stretch. I mean, you wear a mask is kind of cool at a show.
Well,
we've all seen Slipknot.
I created a special mask.
Yes.
See?
See? There you
So I
go.
can, and it's funny. This came to me when I was at Mad Monster because they had this specific type of, I guess it's like a polyester. And,
Yeah, we have
again,
those.
it's not the full N95. I get that.
Right.
And I've got a doctor friend that says, if it's not an N95, it's ineffective and you'll die. And I just say, I don't know.
That's pretty grim.
But this is at least, I think, a start.
You're gonna
and
die.
It's at least a merch item we can sell, and
Yeah.
and at least it's a step in the right direction. And the thing of it is, and you probably know this. I mean, Heidi, look, you're a singer, so when you can't breathe through these things, I get headaches.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to find kind of the happy medium where it's safe, it's effective, yet I can still breathe, talk.
Have you tried it at the gym?
I have.
That's a
And
tough one.
You know what I have used? What I have used is those. I don't have it here, but they're the ones that actually kind of come. It's
The
I
Neck
think it's
Gator.
technically like
The Neck Gator.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, it's like an Under Armour Neck
Yeah.
Gator
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
But at least it creates enough space down here that there's kind of an airflow that happens and you
Right.
can breathe.
Right.
And these things are just
Yeah.
like a sock across your mouth. It's like, my gosh, you can't even.
Yeah.
can't even breathe.
Everybody at the
Yeah.
gym, everybody at my gym, it's all chin diapers. All of them. It's just, and no one says a word. It's just like chin diapers. It's like, all right, I guess we're getting it. Pack
Yeah.
gym.
It's
Yeah.
Vegas, the Wild West.
It's funny. I drove over to Vegas to see Chris Kale from Five Finger
Yeah.
and my buddy Craig Gass, the comedian. He happened to be there. So I'd been home for, this was probably early. When was this? This was July, I guess, because I had gone to Nashville to cut the rhythm tracks for the Megadeth record, and we were originally supposed to do it in March. Everything shut down, and
Right.
finally we're like, okay, May. Things were kind of starting to open up. Arizona, there's not a lot of people here. I mean, I guess kind of like Nevada. It's a controlled, limited population, so it was kind of shut down. I was out biking, swimming. I took up golf again for the third time in my life.
There you go.
Our governor said, "Hey, if you need to be outside, go golf." I'm
That's
like, "All
right. Not catching it out on the
Haircuts and
course.
golf.
Yeah.
I'll forget the haircut. I'll go do golf. So I started
Yeah.
golfing again.
Awesome.
My kids took it up, so that was fun. Actually, that kind of became a really fun thing, father-kid time. My kids are, my daughter's actually 22 today, and
wow.
Oh, happy birthday.
yeah, so
That's awesome.
my kids are all kind of growed up, if you will.
Yeah.
But that was nice. But so I got on the plane. I went to Nashville, masked up, and it was fine. The plane was a third full, which, quite honestly, no
Nice.
better time to fly.
That's what I've
than
heard.
now.
Right.
Flying is great now.
Great.
Yeah.
So did that. Recorded. Came home. went in and I started this Ellefson no cover record. The idea was like, let's bang out a half dozen cover songs. It'll kind of buy us some time through the rest of this year until we can figure out some time to put out our actual, Ellefson solo LP of original material.
Yeah.
And of course, now we're kind of fitting things in and around rearranged Megadeth tour and new album. And, and as we know, the bigger the venue, the bigger the event, the more troublesome it is to try to make it work.
Yeah.
So, my little Ellefson solo thing is pretty nimble and we can pivot quickly. And so we did a cover record and did like 19 cover songs in a month.
Oh my God.
I love the Post Malone one. That one's so fun.
Yeah, right.
That's
Isn't
awesome.
that fun? I know it's just funny. I'm listening to these songs again now because I'm, practicing them to take on the road next week. And it's funny that Post Malone song it's a great song.
Yeah.
So whether you played it on an acoustic guitar or we heavied it up with, big rock band sound, it just gives me goosebumps. It's a great song,
Oh yeah, I love what you guys did with it.
Yeah,
It's
super
so
cool.
fun.
Yeah, thank you.
The day it came out, I was like, oh, I have to hear this.
Well, thank you.
I'm super
Thank you.
happy
Well,
for you.
Well, and that's, it's weird. Usually we take, like my no cover record is us digging back into our record collection, bringing songs forward. The Post Malone song was taking a current song and sliding it over into the heavy metal genre and saying, hey, check this boy out.
Right.
Yeah.
This guy's got something going on here. And then, of course, Post is a rocker. He's a metalhead.
Oh yeah.
He is. Yeah,
But
he
he's
is.
found his own sound, that's super cool. And so, yeah, it's fun. The cover thing, I got to say, doing the cover album was probably one of the most fun records I've done, and probably partly because I already loved the songs.
Right.
You guys know part of the task of recording is a means to an end. You're writing a song and you record it to get it out.
Right.
This was the whole task was about recording because the songs were already written.
We're already written.
Right.
I was gonna say that's got to be very freeing, because it's
It
just
was
like
cool.
it's like you already have the template, and it's just like now you're just like adding sprinkles. You're just making it fun, and it kind of relieves the pressure and just kind of lets you be creative. I think that would probably get the creative juices. Like when we did our covers, it was the same thing. It was really fun. It's like, what can we do now?
Yeah.
You're just like, well, it's just where can we take this? It's
Well,
super fun.
And with a cover, you kind of go, like we've done with Megadeth, like you've done with Butcher Babies. You go, okay, we butcherize this, we
Right.
Megadethize this,
Yes.
we make it our own. With my thing, it was my group has developed a sound because we put out a record last year called Sleeping Giants. But this recording lineup with Andy Martingelli and Paolo Credi, they're both from Italy. They're from the Verona area. So this is the first time we started cutting tracks together with this lineup. And we'd done some touring last year. We did a show up with KK Downing up at KK Steel Mill. And then we went down to Italy and Switzerland and did about a 2-week tour. And,
so
the more
fun.
you play together, you develop a sound.
Yeah.
And the song we released not only Over Now, but right the month before that in April, we put out a track called Simple Truth. And those were already on the schedule to put out because we were going to go to Japan and Australia in May. And of course, that all got
Right.
Boy,
back.
good thing you didn't get
We
trapped.
just decided to, I know. We just decided to at least stay the course and look good. Let's keep putting music out, and the cannon was loaded. So it was like, look, let's just fire them out and get them out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The worst thing we can do is sit around and fear and freak out. It's like, just screw it. Let's go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's a wise move. And, just getting content, because when we think about it, people are stuck at home. They need some sort of outlet, and music is just one of those things. So I think that was a very, very smart move.
We actually we were supposed to release a single in April, and now we're releasing it next Friday.
Yeah.
So
And I was just going to ask you, what are you guys doing? Because I know,
we just
rock band.
announced.
We just announced 20 minutes ago a new
Okay.
song
All right.
Yeah.
that was recorded in May of 19
Yeah. So a year and a half
Wow.
ago.
in Scottsdale.
Year and a half ago.
In
Yeah.
Scottsdale.
Nice.
Yep.
Welcome home.
Yeah, Matt
The
Good.
song, the song is very, it's very deserty to me, because the way that I see it, it even talks about it, like the desert sunset. It's called Bottom of a Bottle, very cliche, yes. But I just remember like sitting in Scottsdale, looking at the beautiful desert sunset in the middle of the summer, and the song just kind of came to me. It was like, oh.
And they were like, we should move here.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
We did think about it. Yeah.
We did think about moving to Scottsdale.
Then you got drunk instead. Yeah, I totally get drunk.
That's what happens.
Yeah, I'm like just.
Well, I saw your Instagram image. I was like, that's very cool. You know, with the glass spill.
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
glass- yeah.
Hints.
It was.
Little
I
hint.
thought
Dropping-
it was very, very clever.
Dropping-
I should have logged on 20 minutes earlier, and I would have known all this.
Oh
no,
no,
it's
no,
okay.
it's no,
It's okay.
it's
Yeah.
good. And we so we're so excited, and we're actually believe it or not, it is our 10-year anniversary.
I know.
Wow.
It's so weird.
It's actually our 11-year, but since we started playing shows, it's our 10-year
Yeah.
anniversary.
That
And
works.
so we're also releasing a 10-year anniversary wine with Desert Rock, whom you've
Yes.
also released a wine
Desert
with.
Rock.
Yes. Oh, that's, you know what? I saw you guys were over there. Yeah, I did some stuff with them with Combat. We actually did one thing where we put the coffee, my Ellison coffee, into a hard cider. And of course, I'm sober, so I've been sober 30 years, right?
Yeah.
Like full, no drink or anything. You know, but so it's interesting, like, you know, for me personally, I wouldn't put my name on an alcoholic beverage. But with Combat Records, which I told my partner Tom, I said, look, that's full thrash metal, you know, weed, CBD, skateboards, booze, whatever you want to do, just go
Yeah.
for it, because
Right.
that's you know, that's it, that's the culture of that, you know. So I said that's fine, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was fun, those collaborations, and I saw you guys were over there.
Yeah.
So are you doing like a Cabernet or a Chardonnay or what?
We
is
tried them
your,
all.
It's a it's a Pinot Noir, and
He wouldn't let us leave. Honestly, he was just like, "You need to try this," and I'm like, "I have to drive, sir."
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't-
That's it.
I was
That's why
like,
they have Uber, right?
Yeah.
I was like, fill her up, pour me another.
Isn't it a great place there?
Yeah.
He's got a great little winery spot there. And,
Yeah.
And we did a kind of a launch there. It was very cool. In fact, Fred Coury came out one day, and I had not seen Fred in many years. I knew him. He played drums in Cinderella, of course.
Yeah.
So he, I think, comes back and forth now between Arizona. I think he's got some family out here now. So yeah, it's kind of this fun place where unexpected moments happen. You know, and
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
get to meet there.
Yeah,
so.
you know, so the last time we went to Scottsdale, we stopped in Jerome, and Jerome
Yes.
was cool. You know, they have their restrictions right now, but it was really neat. I love like a
Really cool
little
place.
haunted city, if
Yeah.
you will.
Yeah.
Well, and of course now kind of made a little more famous by Maynard,
Yeah.
Right.
from Tool, living up there, and I think he has a full like grape farm, doesn't he? I think
He
got
does.
kind of
He has a full vineyard.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
A
does have a
vineyard.
vineyard, and we weren't quite sure where it was, but we did go to his winery, and obviously
Yeah.
it's like right in the middle of that place. But yeah, beautiful country, and I could totally get why you would escape the city and move there.
it's
Yeah.
so
I
nice.
completely understand. It's just like, and that was the thing in LA. You know, we had been there for years, and it was just like, we can't be here anymore. So I completely understand. You know, getting out and being out in that place.
Go
Heidi,
Maynard.
I saw your thing you posted. Weren't you up by like the Hollywood, the planetarium or something? I saw you. It was kind of this sort of goodbye to LA.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that
Put up, right?
yeah, it was I think that picture was taken on Runyon Canyon in like
Okay.
probably like 2011, 2000, maybe 2009. I don't remember exactly, but that's but it just overlooks the whole city. And honestly, I loved Los Angeles, and I thought I was going to be there forever. I thought that was my forever home. And I'm happy here now. If anyone had told me years ago you're going to live in Las Vegas,
You had to
I'm
be.
like,
You
"Oh,
had to be in
hell
Los
no."
Angeles. If you're a struggling musician and you need to make it, being in LA was the place to be. And before there was the internet, which is when I moved there in '97, it was like I had to be in Los Angeles. And then recently we just started making a list of all the reasons to be in a place like that. And it was a pretty short list. and even that was like, well, we can get this anywhere. So it was.
You know,
just,
it's funny. We were on the Rust in Peace tour. So this was 1990. Maybe it was the Countdown to Extinction tour actually. So it was early 90s, 92,
Yeah, that's
92-ish,
awesome.
something like that. And I remember we were on Las Ramblas in Barcelona, which is, you've probably been on that street there, right? And we were, my phone's ringing. This is we never answered the home line, so these are clearly
It's a
political
telemarketer.
people calling. No, these are definitely political phone calls.
Oh.
So this is 2 so far, and it's just since we've been on there.
Really?
And that's why we never answer
better
the
get
home
out there
phone,
and
right?
vote, man.
It's funny. My parents.
Yeah,
did the
right.
same
It's
thing.
like, we've already cast our ballot. We did the mail in, and with the little checklist thing, you can fill out this thing to make. But it's almost like a FedEx tracking, so you can track that your vote's been counted. Right, this whole thing. So we like, yeah. Which is, so we did all that, so we're good. So we can avoid that.
Good.
No one's
but
gonna
anyway,
sway
I
your
remember
vote.
exactly. Yeah, we're done. We're yeah. You know, now that I watched the debate last night, I'm gonna maybe change. My
Did
mind.
that change your mind?
I know,
Not
seriously.
At all. Not at all.
No.
You know, I think they've said that too. That it's like, you know, most people have made up their mind, and then there's the handful that, like, I don't know who could not be paying attention, right? Who could be, I'm on the fence. I don't know
Who
that
doesn't
Yeah.
know?
I feel
Most
like
of
it's
the
very
people I know are-
polarizing.
That's literally
Yeah,
no
very
one.
much.
It's literally no
Yeah.
one. Everybody
Yeah.
has
And-
made their decision a long time
They've
ago.
made their decision, and so have our friends outside of the USA. They're like, "What in the hell are you guys thinking over there?"
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's
That's a really funny perspective too, because you ask people, and it's not like it's like this misconception, like they're not laughing at us, they're asking us, "Hey, what's going on over there?" You know,
Yeah.
as if we have the inside info. And we're
And
like,
I've found over the years, when the left is in office, traveling the world is much easier. When the right is in office, they look at you at passport control like, you fucking
interesting.
begrudgingly
Yeah.
stamp your passport.
Yeah.
Get out of here, you fucking Americans.
Well, you know what's
Yeah.
funny? We've always had the most trouble getting back into the U.S. from Canada.
That's been the hardest thing.
That's been the
for us.
hardest
From
thing.
Canada.
From
Yeah.
Canada
Getting
has
back
always
into
getting
the
back into the
States.
U.S. has been the hardest transition.
Wow.
Yeah.
What the hell
Every
did
time.
you guys do in Canada?
I don't know.
I don't know.
We don't want you back.
We've been ordered off the bus with a machine gun. Yeah, that happened. It was like,
Usually, I found coming home, it's like, you know, welcome home, Mr. Ellison. Come on in. You know?
Oh,
But
man.
going there, I remember even like on the P-Cells tour, we were on like, actually it was the pre-P-Cells tour. We did this little 3-week run of dates, which you could never do this now, but back then, pre-YouTube and pre-cell phones, we went out for about 3 weeks and we played every song we had. So it was the Killing Is My Business record, and every song that would eventually become the P-Cells album. And it was kind of like a tour pre-production.
wow.
Yeah.
And that was
That's
when
cool.
we knew, as soon as we started playing P-Cells, we knew we had a hit. It was like the kick drum would start, then
That's
I'd play the
cool.
bass, boom, ba,
Yeah.
ba, da, da, ba. And you could just read the room. People are just kind of
Right.
bobbing their heads.
Yeah.
And it was like, wow, slow the tempo down. Don't just pummel everyone. And like, and you could go, wow, like we got something.
That is
you know?
that's a
And-
cool way to do that.
And we actually
Yeah.
ended up recording that record for Combat, and then Capitol Records came in and bought the contract out, and you know, then we had a real career after that, you know. But it was funny on that tour. We had a day off, I think, in Detroit. We're like, let's go over across the border. Why? I don't know why, you know, because we were up to no
What?
good, you know. So we go across the border, and I remember, you know, they stop us, they get us off the motorhome.
Yeah.
Because we'd rent these Winnebagos from U-Haul. That's how we would tour. that.
Yeah.
Okay. We know
And I
that
remember
life.
the guy at the border, you know, the Canadian go, oh, you Americans, eh? You know who brings all the drugs over here, eh? You know who brings all the guns over here? You fucking Americans, you know? So they're like just reading
Yeah.
the riot act.
And
You feel
especially
like you're in
you
school, you're
rocker
going,
boys.
You long-haired
yeah, right,
Winnebago
sorry,
boys.
Sorry. We'll go home. And yeah, it was an uneventful moment. But I never forgot that, because I was like, going, okay, so this is how they look in America. Like, we're the troublemakers. Keep them out.
I
you know,
mean,
and,
Kind of true.
except for if you're in the Butcher Babies, then it's like, come on in, it's the Butcher Babies, and then you can't get home.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's our
You know.
case.
Yeah. Well, they look at our name. They look at our name and they're just like, oh boy.
Yeah, I think it's the name.
Yeah.
Trouble.
This is trouble.
Yeah.
These kids.
Yeah.
Well,
Well-
the telemarketer cut you off. You were talking about the tour in
Oh,
92.
Las Ramblas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So you're right. We were back to the checklist of LA, right?
Yes.
Oh,
So
yeah,
you're
yeah.
right. So again, I'm 16, farm in Minnesota. Van Halen's blowing up. Suddenly, like Motley Crue's and Hustler magazine, like they're the next cool band. You know, we're like, wow, check this band out, Motley Crue, and they got pentagrams and girls and fire and it's everything Beavis and Butthead would love, right? And you're kind of and Ozzy Osbourne, of course, by this point has gone solo. He's getting his musicians out of L.A. Randy Rhoads, Rudy Sarzo, etc. And
it's like 83, right? 83.
Yeah, I mean this is probably even 82, 80, late 81, 82. So I was like 16, and I just decided I'll never forget the moment. I was rehearsing. There's like a grain shed that my dad had because I grew up on a grain farm, and there are these 4 big harvester silos there, and my dad would let us move, set up in a shed and play. Probably keep us as far away from the house as possible, right?
all that ruckus over there.
Yeah, until we get better, get out in the shed. Yeah. So we're out there playing, and I just remember it just hit me. I got to get to LA. I mean, it was just it's like the Lord spoke of go west. And and it just hit me, and I remember I went in the house that day and said, I'm dyeing my hair blonde, I'm changing my name, I'm getting an earring, I'm going to LA tomorrow. And they're like, slow down there, young man. You got to finish high school. You're not going anywhere until you graduate.
You eat your broccoli.
Like, oh. Yeah. So I remember going to LA, and on the list of pros for LA is like, well, Van Halen's from there. Every cool. And I got there in 1983 after I graduated high school. I literally moved there. Me and my buddies, like 5 days after we graduated, straight to LA. And it was just awesome, Sunset Strip was blazing.
See, you hit it at the right time.
Perfect.
Yeah, you hit it at the right time.
Great. And Dave was 6 weeks out of Metallica. I meet him. I moved into an apartment right under him. So, again, you kind of wonder if the universe or the God, whatever you call that, has a hand in this. And I look back on my life, I'm like, obviously, I mean, just that inspiration. Follow the heart and just follow the path, move there.
Yeah.
Dave's going, what's my next step? I'm in town, all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Let's go. And, so that was a good meeting of us. And the stage was set. And the hair band, call them hair bands, if you will. Rat, Quiet Riot, Motley Crue. They were already taken off. They're already signed. They're obviously Quiet Riot's number 1 on MTV. I mean, so it was all going on. So our, Metallica and Anthrax, Slayer, Megadeth, we were just lining up right behind it, ready and to sail. And Metallica, of course, knocked down huge doors for all of us, to make that happen.
Of course, us too.
Yeah.
You guys,
right? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you look at, then again, move now 10 years later, and we're on Los Ramblas in Barcelona, turning the corner to go to the hotel there. And I remember we're in the back of the bus, and it may have been Rust in Peace, actually, come to think of it. We might have been the Clash of the Titans tour. And me and Dave and Marty and Nick Menza, and Nick was born in Germany, but raised in LA. His family lives out in the Valley. And so he's a Valley boy. I mean, he's not going anywhere. He's born in LA.
Born, raised, and staying.
Yeah. You kind of almost wouldn't want him to be. He's just so that guy, Yeah. But me and Marty and Dave were like, I don't know, where would you move? And somehow one of us said, Phoenix. Might have been me. I said, God, I'd move to Phoenix. And Marty's like, oh man, I'd move there. And Dave's like, wow, really? Wow, okay. So that started the sort of the thinking about that to move out here. And by 93, the 3 of us had moved out here to Scottsdale, and then we started the Euthanasia record, and that kind of and I'm Dave's since moved. He went to San Diego, now he's out in Nashville. And then when Marty departed the group,
he's in Japan, right?
Actually, he still lived here. He lived right around the corner from me, and one day I go over to his house and I'm like, dude, what are you still doing here? Like, I thought you were going to Japan. I knew he wanted to go to Japan. Yeah.
What are you doing here?
And I said, you know what your house is worth? And he goes, no. And I said, dude, let me call my realtor, buddy. So I hooked him up with a realtor. I mean, literally in a month, he sold his house off to Japan, and
And he's been there ever since, right?
Been there ever since.
Wow,
fantastic. Yeah. So
that would be a very interesting place to live. That's way off the grid.
everybody give him a hard time, because that was his thing. He loved Japanese women. He loved the language.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember sitting there doing an interview in the early '90s, and somebody, I think a friend from Burn magazine, said, he goes, "Oh, Marty, he have the mind of a Japanese man," which I thought was what a compliment, because it
Yeah.
wasn't like he could just speak the language. It's like he really
understood the culture.
He understood everything about it,
Yeah.
And,
That's really cool.
Moving to
It was
Japan would be
cool.
like moving to Mars.
Oh, totally.
In our-
I remember
in our
we went there on
heads.
a promo. We went there on a promo tour for the Countdown record in '92. It was me and Marty, and you know how they have the signs. They're not. They don't go across. They
They go-
stagger them up,
Yes.
down, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So there's Johnny Rockets, and then there's a bunch of stuff you can't read.
Right.
And I would ask him, "What is that up there?" He goes, "Oh, that's a office." And I said, "What's that up there?" "Oh, that's massage parlor." I said, "What's that over there?" Because what do I know? I can't read them. And,
Yeah.
"No, that's a."
They just
sushi
stack
restaurant."
everything. You want to go
Yeah,
to,
just stack everything up.
it's so crazy. You want to go to a bar, it's in the basement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, what?
What? He taught me a couple of things because I didn't know how to speak anything. He said, he goes, everything is very, we would say Tokyo, right? And he said everything there is flat. Tokyo, Japan. Tokyo. So there's no
accents.
inflection.
Oh,
The next time you go back, just think about that when, Kosi Nenkan Hall. They don't. We
Yeah.
did Kosi Nenkan Hall, right? We'd have this sort
Right.
of Western.
Interesting.
Yeah. So there, he said everything is very flat there, and so that helped me at least
Ah,
makes
act like a white guy.
That makes-
who knew,
that makes a lot. That's such a simple thing that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Man,
That's
it just
the
makes
American in us,
it makes
I
me
guess.
reminisce
Yeah.
like man, I miss touring. God, I miss just
know.
like
I'm so jealous.
Well, when you go to Japan, just call Marty. He's a great tour guide.
Yeah,
oh, that would be
that's
fantastic. That would be amazing.
I do want to go there just for vacation sometime.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every time we've gone, we've stayed a little bit extra just to hang out, and
Do you
check out the areas.
Yeah. Do you do
and
that,
stuff.
Dave? I mean, you've been around many times. Do you really just like I want to go home, or do you enjoy seeing these areas?
I do. It's funny. There's an energy about touring. I get this romantic thing, like, oh, that'll be so great. I'll stay behind a few days. It'll be wonderful. And usually by the time the tour is winding down, I'm like, I am so done.
Week 3.
And ready to because I realized my mindset of the tour is, you're in town in the morning, you melt faces and destroy the place, and you're
Right.
off to the next city before before they catch you, right?
Right.
The next day,
Right.
right? And that's just the tempo of how you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That all of a sudden to just sort of stop and go, I'm just going to hang out. Usually the places I want to hang out at are sudden random places that show up on the itinerary.
Yes.
I've been to places, like we all have like Croatia, random places that you're just like, you know what, I could totally hang here for like a week. This would be great.
We talk about that every time. We'll go to a place and it's like we've never heard of this. Like it was like Graz, Austria. It was and then we're just like, what an interesting place. You just go walk around and you just find the most incredible random stuff. And absolutely, I totally agree. It's not it's like, oh, we're in Paris today, or you find these little spots and you'll find just these gems.
Oh, there were like there's this little town in Switzerland that we played, and
Oh my God.
we were walking around and we were just like, I want to stay here. Can we just stay?
Yeah.
Can the tour like pause for
stop.
a little bit?
And then the funny thing is that then I've gone back to those places before.
Yeah.
And then I get there and I go, it's not the same. And I realized part of what made it so cool was that you're just, bulldozing your way through this tour.
Right.
And then you just come up for air in this beautiful paradise for a moment.
Yeah.
Right.
And it was, you know what I mean? It was where
It's
it
the
was
magic.
placed in your life at that time that had that impact.
Mhm.
And to sort of go back and I want to recreate that again.
Not the
It's like,
same.
It's
not
very
quite the
interesting.
same.
I've
And the
never
town's
really
just
thought
as
about it
beautiful.
like that. Yeah.
But I also feel
Right?
like we're
Yeah.
space travelers and we go like, we're on this planet today and we're like, I'm going to go exploring, and you feel like you're kind of an alien in that place.
Yeah.
We felt like that
You're
in Switzerland.
Lewis
like,
and Clark
like
every
people
day.
are looking at us like, who are these clowns? Like, and
Ljubljana, where's that little town? That's in like Slovenia or Slovakia or something. Ljubljana is just this tiny little town. You fly into that little airport, And then I swear you look like you're where I grew up in Jackson, Minnesota. And like there's trees and farms.
Right.
And then you sort of just drop down into this beautiful little European town. And,
It's so great.
like sometimes we're there in the summer and the World Cup is going on. And you're like, oh my gosh, people are outside with their big screen TVs.
Oh, yeah.
And the gelato shops and everybody's, having their beers at the tavern. And you know what I mean? There's just a culture about it that is I think sometimes we just want to be part of that culture, It's
Oh, yeah.
a snapshot of a moment in time.
That's an area that we haven't really explored that much. Like we played. We were supposed to. We were supposed to this year, Prague. But that area is one place that we have to really like dive into because we hear so much about it. Like there is some beautiful, really cool places. Budapest.
Yeah, we haven't been to
Haven't been to Budapest, and
that Eastern. First time I really went there, we did some dates with Metallica. It was in 1993, and of course they'd been on tour with the Black Album for like 3 years, and literally the name of the tour was Nowhere Else to Roam. That was the tour.
Right.
That was the tour laminate, and they were just hilarious. Like anywhere. Where else is there on Earth?
Yeah.
We haven't been yet.
Antarctica.
And there were stadiums. They were so big. They're so as they still are. And so we did these dates, and that was I remember most of that stuff used to be Czechoslovakia, and it had come out of that. So they were still using. I think it was Slovenia or Slovakia, one of the two.
Yeah.
And it was literally still Czech money, and they had a little stamp they put on it that said, Slovenia, like basically, formally Czech, now Slovenia, this is our money now.
Right.
And,
Right.
I mean that's cool stuff that we get to experience.
Yeah.
Super
these
cool.
countries coming out of these different either dictatorships or political rule or communism, these things, and you see these countries being free. They're getting to enjoy all these freedoms that in America we've had our whole lives, and it puts a little perspective on it.
When was the first time you guys were able to go to Russia?
2001, the World Needs a Hero tour. We went there, and it was interesting because I grew up in Minnesota. So in my lifetime was the Russian grain embargo, which I think was driven under the Reagan administration. They call it Reaganomics. And because of this embargo, of course, it's supply and demand. So people like my family produced grain, corn, soybeans, and you need a place to sell it to keep the money flow going. Well, suddenly, Reagan locked down Russia, so no more sales into Russia. So suddenly there was stockpiles of grain sitting around the Midwest.
Interesting.
And that is what caused, essentially it led to the whole John Mellencamp thing, Blood on the Scarecrow and Farm Aid and all that.
Right.
It essentially led to that because suddenly you've got a product you can't sell.
Right.
So
you have a
suddenly
giant surplus.
Prices drop. Now you can't afford the loan on your land. And farmers lost their farms. In my family, my dad, I think, had to give one farm back to the bank, and it broke his heart. And unfortunately, we had a pretty big farm, so it didn't put the family under by any means. But it broke his heart. Before I left to go to California, I remember, he was just beside him, because our farm has been in our family since the late 1800s.
Oh my God, that would be so.
Man, I didn't realize
that would be devastating.
I didn't realize I just tapped into something super deep. I asked that question. I just learned something.
We still have the steamer trunk in the farm where I grew up, where now my nephew lives. And the steamer trunk, it's this blue steamer trunk, and it's got the date. I think it's like 1886 when they came over from Norway. And I have the Ellefson family history. My dad had asked his uncle, so my great uncle, before he passed in the 70s, he said, please write down the Ellefson family history so we have it. And so he did. And then I've since amended it through my kids, my brother's kids, so down to that generation. And when I put out my last book, More Life with Death, I actually offered the family history as a PDF download for people who pre-ordered the book. Yeah, I wanted it out there. I just wanted it out there for people to have it.
It's the Ellefson Bible.
Yes.
It is.
The 5th edition.
That is so cool, though.
I'm a sort of a historian, and I love that. That's one of the things I love about travel in the world. I love
Yes.
the
Yes.
history and,
Absolutely.
you know, geography, and, you know, my history and geography has gotten very good as a result of being a bass player, ironically.
I would like to say that ours
Yeah.
has as well. It has not. Because
It
we
has
take
not,
these
well.
quizzes all the time and we're terrible at it.
We,
Yeah.
but hey, we've only been touring a band for 10 years.
That's what I'm so
10 years,
curious.
yeah.
Like for somebody that's you got to tour like a lot of these places in the 80s, and that's why I was asking about Russia. It was like, what was it like to go to a place like that back in the day, and how did they
Yeah.
treat you? Like, because they love American music. over there.
Great question. So, you know, so now, you know, of course, you know, the Berlin Wall fell, so the Eastern Europe, of course, opened up. And in fact, I remember when we launched the Euthanasia record in '94, we were invited over. Dave actually presented an award at the first ever MTV European Music Awards, which was held in Berlin.
That's cool.
And so we went there, met the mayor. It was this huge thing, you know, and this was the power that MTV had back in that day, especially when it was so music driven to bring artists together, because they were celebrating this freedom that, wow, the wall is down, like we're now moving forward as a more westernized culture. So fast forward then to 2001, as I remember the plane flying into Russia. And I just remember thinking, my whole lifetime, I was raised, you know, anti-Russia because of this whole Russian grain embargo, this whole thing of USA, the superpowers of the USA and Russia. We were always sort of at a standoff, and it was, you know, the race to the moon, all these things in my lifetime. And now here we are, because of our music, we're being invited to play there.
Right.
So
Wild.
put all prejudices aside. Yeah, this is not my dad's Megadeth. This is my generation Megadeth. Going there, being invited to perform, and it was a big room. It was like a big arena kind of place. And I remember one of the first people that we hung with was a woman that worked for the record label, and she was very young. I mean, she was probably in her very early 20s. And I remember her tour manager asked her, said, "So what did you do when this was communist?" And she goes, "Well, you know, we'd basically just come home at night, because I guess there's kind of like a curfew, come home, sit around, drink vodka, and play cards."
Right.
And
sounds like my life.
I was like, that's not much different than what we do now.
Got what you're doing. Exactly.
It's called quarantine.
And pandemic life.
So this was 2020.
But she said it was very, you know, she taught, there's third political call right there.
Vote for Biden.
But I remember she mentioned how her parents, it was a very different, life that, you know, they were, you know, kind of trained to do. You sort of just do what's put in front of you, and that's it. You know, there was not obviously an entrepreneurial spirit, a capitalist spirit. You know, work hard, be all you can be.
Yeah.
And so it was interesting to see kind of where that lies. But she just said, she goes, you know, and I remember MTV was literally upstairs in this, it was in someone's apartment, this MTV studio. I mean, it's like being in my office here.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
me and Dave are like literally sitting on someone's couch. Yeah, literally sitting on someone's couch. There's like a camera. And we're like, all right, this is very primitive, but they were all excited. Like, oh my God, Megadeth's here. And it was like, to them, it was like, oh my gosh, we've broken through to the other side, and we're Westerners are coming here. So it was very cool. And in 2010, I remember going back there. I just come back to Megadeth. We were doing the 20th anniversary of Rust in Peace tour. And I remember the promoter was a woman, and her promoter rep was a young woman who was, you know, tasked to be with us. And it was interesting because now 10 years had passed, and I remember asking her kind of the same questions. Okay, last time I was here, 2001, and she was like, you know, my generation, you know, we work very hard. We think more like the American capitalist mindset. We can work hard and accomplish things. My parents, they are very lazy. They do not understand. Or maybe it was their parents or grandparents.
Right.
It was like my
different mindset.
Yeah.
And now having had a little I was like, well, you know, why should they? They were told to do, this is your job, do this, and then when that's done, you go home. Versus, you know, now a younger, you know, mindset, like a, you know, millennial mindset, was more like, hey, the world is our oyster. We can go have anything we want if we're willing to work for it, which of course is more of our, you know, United States capitalist mindset. So very interesting to just watch all this through my lifetime.
Yeah,
absolutely. And
wild.
When we went there, I just couldn't believe when you would see all the American companies and like there's a little bit of America everywhere in Moscow. And I was thinking, like, this was our mortal enemy. Like, I was in grade school during the whole Reagan era and all that. And I remember, I mean, you were scared of Russians. And here we are driving around talking to people. Couldn't be nicer. Like, there's just the sweetest people.
We were in this barbecue joint. It was
the
awesome.
best. We had the best barbecue we've ever had in St. Petersburg. In St. Petersburg.
And this, and
Just like Texas.
yeah,
just like
it was
Texas.
awesome. And our server there, I think, who was it that asked, like, well, how come people don't smile here? And he was, because nobody smiles
Nobody
at each other.
smiles. It's not
They say if you smile at someone there, they think you're loony.
They think you're loony.
And so he's like, well, we know we can get killed at any time.
We know we can die at any moment. And he walks away, and we're like,
I noticed that in
That's-
Russia
I was
as
like,
well as some of the Eastern Bloc. And, you think about these generation, I mean, a century, essentially, right, of sort of, a sort of communist rule, sort of a, someone's always sort of watching over you.
Right.
And that, and it is, I mean, it's and I understood it. I was like, yeah, I guess I can see, you kind of look down, you don't look people in the eye,
No.
you don't smile. These things that we're taught, hey, look people in the eye, a smile is more than 1,000 words,
Yeah. And we're goofy. So that must have looked weird.
and it's funny in St.
Well-
Petersburg. I remember too when we were there in 2016. I guess was the last time we were there. The Dystopia album had just come out, and I remember how young the audience was. They were all teenagers.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Right.
super cool. I mean, I was like, wow, this is the future, obviously, of music. The future always lies with young people,
youth.
and we're Dystopia is not our debut album. We've been around for a few years. So for the fact for us at our age in our career and as people to have a young fan base there wanting, this new sound of the new Megadeth record, I thought was really inspiring.
Awesome. Yeah, that is a very, very cool thing. And we noticed that too. It was just like, they just came out in droves. And
I mean, even the tour we did with you guys
Yeah.
here in the States, it's such a mixed target audience.
Yes.
And that's what I think is so cool about the legacy, I guess, of Megadeth, is that it will always be
it's cool. It's always
universal.
cool. But it's always cool.
Yeah.
And it's like
Let's hope.
it's
I
like,
mean,
if you think about
obviously.
that band, like Megadeth is a cool band, and that's there's only a few that's like, oh man, that band's cool. So
and will always remain cool.
and remain cool. Yeah. So
And that's
Well, it's funny. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. And it's funny. I was thinking about that as Eddie Van Halen has left us now. I was thinking about that. You know what? Van Halen is a universal rock and roll band. Everybody can agree on Van Halen.
Yeah.
Some era, some song, whether it was the Hagar era, the earlier era.
I'll always boogie to Hot for Teacher.
Well, that's a really funny.
Right?
That's a really funny point. There's the guy I follow on YouTube, and he was talking about that, and he made this great point. He's like, "There's all these shredders, great shredders," but he said the difference between Eddie Van Halen and everyone else is chicks dig Van Halen. And that's so
and
true.
And chicks don't dig all shredders. Chicks are like, oh, that guy's a loser.
They don't care.
Probably sits down
But
and
chicks
plays his
love
guitar
Van
all day.
Halen. Old people love Van Halen. Everybody loves Van Halen, and they could get away with murder. And it's like, that is so true. And
Well,
it's
and
like,
I read a great, Ryan Downey, who we all know from
Ryan.
our industry. He did a great write up that week in he does a weekly email.
Yes, I
industry
did see
email
that.
I'm on. And he wrote a great thing. He said, Eddie Van Halen, you could tell he found real joy in his guitar playing and his music. It was when he was really at peace with himself and the world, just him and his guitar, because he was always smiling.
always.
And I thought,
Always.
God, in metal, we're always like putting on our mean faces, and that's part of the emotion too. It's the lip curl.
Yeah.
That's part of what we
Aggression.
think a song's cool when it curls the lip.
Yeah.
But it's funny with Eddie that his smile was the equivalent of the lip curl. It was kind of like, like he just found real joy in his playing, and it wasn't. You could tell it wasn't a chore. It wasn't a task.
Yes.
It was just kind of where
And he literally would just create whatever. There was never like, I got to be this style, or never with him. It was just,
Never.
this is what I'm creating, and was just in his own space. And that's I think a really good lesson for musicians is to just keep creating and stay true to your art and just,
Well, I think also it goes with the diversity, obviously, of Van Halen. That's super inspiring too, because it's like what you're feeling at that moment, write that. You don't have to stick to a certain
formula or genre.
I think that was something that's really important to me.
Resonated with me as a guitar player. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, look, it's funny. Eddie's revered as one of the world's greatest guitar players, yet he's written some of the most famous, iconic keyboard riffs ever.
That's dude. That's the thing. It's just like that was a point. That was a point of this. The guy made the same point. He said that he's like, you could strip all of Van Halen's songs of guitar and they would still be great pop songs, and all the keyboard stuff, like he nobody pays, well, not nobody, but his keyboard skills and just his music writing ability was just beyond guitar.
See, that's it. Yeah, he's
well, I remember when Women and Children first came out, so it was 1980, right? And that was the year I saw him, the 1980 Invasion. So I was 15, 16, probably something like that when they came out. And and The Cradle Will Rock, right away it's this Fender Rhodes, got a heavy distorted Fender Rhodes keyboard, and you're like, is that legal? Like, can you do that? Like, is it okay to have a Fender Rhodes piano? That's like Lionel Richie ballads have that, right? But because it was Eddie, it was like, I guess it's cool. I guess we can do that.
Yeah.
Nobody blinks. It's just,
and then of course Jump. By the time he did Jump, which they used Jump in high school gymnastics. They use that anywhere. Right?
Chevy commercial. I mean, geez,
Chevy commercials.
It's just like it's just literally everywhere. Yeah.
And that's the thing I noticed. It hit me the other day because I didn't really listen to the Sammy Hagar version that much, except the hits that are on the radio, and I listened to them. But it really hit me the other day that I didn't care for Eddie's guitar tone when Sammy was in the band. It was very controlled, it was very processed, and it hit me that's one of the things I loved about, like You Really Got Me. It's just this violent, this scratching, like just jumping out at you, like, dangerous guitar tone. But what did happen during that era is Eddie really turned into this phenomenal. He just really said, "Hey, I'm going all in with the keyboards," and he wrote these great keyboard riffs and these things that were just timeless.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I got into Van Halen. See, I'm at 86, so it was 5150 had just come out. I had gotten into that, and I was like, I was immediately hooked on that. And I'm like, well, what else does Van Halen have? Of course, it was like as soon as I started, I'm like,
rabbit hole.
Holy shit! I'm like,
Here's an interesting thing about that. So Mick Jones from Foreigner, I think, produced 5150, right?
Wasn't Ted Templeman?
I think it might have been Mick Jones.
Okay.
Go back and look.
Okay.
It's I know he came into the fold at one point, which was like, wow, that's cool. Of course, Foreigner at that point was a huge group.
Yeah.
But I remember Foreigner, listen back to Dirty White Boy, right? Early Foreigner song.
Okay.
And Mick did the guitar tap. He did this, right? That he did a fingerboard tap.
Uh-oh.
I think before Eddie had come out and of course was blazing it. So I don't know. Let's do a fact check on that one.
Well, that was the thing, is like Eddie didn't create tapping, but Eddie made tapping invisible for everyone else that tried it. Like that's like he just took things to such another level that it was just, even now I watch this stuff. I go back and watch stuff. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah. Aaron says Mick Jones did produce.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Aaron.
He did make, okay. Yeah. So go back and listen to it. I think it's Dirty White Boy. Because, because of course Foreigner had just amazing songs. And Mick would play these very explosive guitar solos. And I always took note of his lead playing, and so anyway, that just I don't know, it'd be worth listening, checking that out.
We all love our
I'll totally do that.
We gotta check that out. That's funny.
That's awesome.
Check that out.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Dodgers or Rays?
I'm a Rays guy.
Oh,
I'm
no.
a Rays guy.
Oh, all right, we gotta end this call.
Come on, you guys are former LA. We're not
I
teaming
know.
up against LA. Come on.
We gotta have some sort of like connection to
I
the
have a
West
Dodgers.
Coast.
Here's the thing. So when I got sober back in 1990, I came out of a pretty dark 88, 89, I was really deep into a heroin and cocaine addiction and all this stuff. And I never got into the needle. I knew that was the next step. People around me were into it. And of course, this is when we were writing the Rust in Peace album.
Oh man.
And people always go, well, maybe you guys could go back and get high and write an album, then get sober and record it.
Doesn't work that way.
Christ.
It doesn't work that way.
No.
So, but it was a dark era, right? And so I was 25 years old. I'm now cleaned up. And so, you know, that first year of sobriety is a year of firsts. It's like your first date, your first movie, your first bowling game, first sushi, you know,
Right.
and for me, first Dodgers game, first baseball game I'd ever been to, you know, so I go to a Dodgers game and I'm sober and like, I'm not going to go get a beer. I'm not sneaking out to do lines in the car or whatever, you know, you do as an addict. Right. So I'm legitimately clean. So I have great memories sitting at Dodger Stadium watching the Dodgers.
That's
you know,
amazing.
and
That's
sitting
cool.
there and just, and kind of going, this is like what normal people do, right? Because
I know,
I've
right?
been in a rock band down in the hole, in the dark caverns of addiction, you know, and like going, you know, going to, I was like, you know, now being sober, I was like, go to the batting cage. I remember Nick,
Right.
and Nick Menza, to his credit, he really helped me with this. I mean, he got me into mountain biking. I'd go with him and his girlfriend. We'd go to literally to the batting cage over there on, it was like the 101 and the 405.
Yes.
There was like
We've
Yep.
been there.
Yeah,
yeah.
we've been there before.
Right
Yep.
in Sherman Oaks.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sherman Oaks.
That's the sober batting cage, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Terasushi on Ventura, you know. So it's
Oh,
like,
we lived
wow,
right there.
sushi,
Yep.
you
Yeah.
know,
Or Studio
so
City.
all that-
Yeah. We live in Studio City.
Studio City. That's
We
that's
used to
where
live-
I lived when I got clean. You
We
know?
used to live right. We could throw a rock from our balcony and it would land on Terasushi.
Yep.
That was,
No
We
kidding.
were behind.
Yeah.
We were literally behind
their
that.
hand rolls are amazing.
We were.
And so you know La Logia, right? La Logia, the restaurant
Yeah.
that was right. Yeah, right. We used to go have many band dinners there and eat swordfish during the Rust in Peace and Countdown to Extinction.
Oh,
That
wow.
was our celebration. Something good has happened. We signed a new merch deal or whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, we just finished the album. We do the big, huge family band dinners at La Logia over
Neat.
swordfish. You know?
Wow. That's
New contract signed. La Logia!
La Logia,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, we are 1-1 now in the World Series.
Yeah.
so
We got to watch the
I
game
know.
today.
Game 3 today.
Yeah.
Well, and I tend to, and I'll say this, and I don't hate the Dodgers. I mean, the Dodgers went from like, dude, are you even in the stadium? Like, are you even paying attention? Because you're playing ball. Because they were like just fumbling and losing.
Yeah, they were bad
And
for
then
a
all
while.
of a sudden, out of nowhere, they showed up, and it was like, holy cow! Ever since then, every game they've played, they've just gotten exponentially better. And so that's been fun to watch. It's always great to watch a team really, and because we know, even being in rock bands, that to go from being okay to good, from good to great, and from great to superstar, it's that big, you
Yes.
know.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I've gotten to see that at the Grammys, obviously, you know what I mean? And that it's literally the slivers from the winner's circle to going back to your seat without a Grammy is that. And,
Right.
and there's a lot of things. It isn't just necessarily the quality of the music. There's a lot of voting and campaigning.
There's a
There's
lot
It's
that
a
goes
lot.
into-
Yes.
There's a lot that goes with it. But you do realize, and we see it in sports, that step, you know, and we saw it in Game 1. I mean, the
Yes.
Dodgers were clearly the better team.
Clearly.
you know, like it was all locking together. But I'm always a fan of the underdog. You know, I'm always a fan of the underdog.
I agree with
really
you on that.
I love a 7-game series. If it comes down to the wire, great. It's
Me too.
pretty exciting. I just hope
With
Dodgers
them
come
against
out
the
on top.
Braves, though, that was nail biting. But
Pretty cool to have the Lakers and the Dodgers win in the same year. LA could use something good.
something.
Yeah, and again, I don't have a disdain toward, you know, sometimes
Right.
it's kind of like when you break up with someone, it's like I have to hate them for a while to get them out of my mind. You know what I mean? And I remember when I left LA, it was sort of like breaking up with LA. I have to hate LA. See, look how great Arizona is. Isn't this amazing?
Yeah,
And-
I know. We hate on LA all the time.
You know what
All
I
the
mean?
time.
And LA is a great place. In fact, I went back there. I spent this whole summer. I would drive over to San Clemente Beach in San Diego, and I worked at Mates with a couple of guys. We were writing and doing some stuff. So I spent a lot of time over in California. And I actually came to really appreciate it again. It was sort of this quick little 6-hour drive getaway for me to work, be productive, enjoy the beach.
You're also at the
get out of
beach.
heat.
That's one thing that
Yeah.
you can't get anywhere else. It's
Yeah,
like
it was a nice beach.
LA beaches are the best. I mean, it's like that in Spain. It's like, it really is
It
the
kind of
best.
brings it back to what we were saying like on tour, where you have that unique day in Switzerland. It's
Yeah.
like that.
Yes.
Yeah. Living in California maybe in 2020 isn't as cool as it is to go back and visit and see the beach and live for that moment.
Right. Yeah.
Well, there's a reason everybody likes it. I mean, the weather's great. You can be from the beach to the mountain in about an hour and a half. And I remember when I first moved there in '83, I'd traveled. My family, we would go to Florida and Seattle, and we would take family summer vacations. And I met people in LA who never left California. And
Yeah.
when I got it, I'm like, well, why would we? We can go to San Francisco, we can go to San Diego, we can go to the beach, we can go to the mountain, we can ski, we can surf. Like, why would we? There's no reason to leave.
Yeah.
Even LA, like you can do everything there, And,
Yeah.
and it was like, gosh, they really do
That
have
that
it
is
all.
that is super true. I met a lady one time that never left the valley. She'd never been like out of the valley. I'm like, what? I was in Hollywood yesterday. What are you talking about? And it's like some people
I was in
just
Hollywood 20 minutes
they
ago.
don't travel. Because there's no reason to travel. Everything is like, you got everything in your one spot and you don't need to
all
go
right
anywhere. And people from
I know.
LA, they don't. I was like, the first year I was in LA, I'd literally gone to every spot you could possibly go. And
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
And I
that's just
lived
the
all
wander.
over LA. I don't know about you guys, but I lived. I mean, my gosh, I
Right here.
I live everywhere from Pasadena to Burbank, to Hollywood, West Hollywood. I lived in
the same spots.
Me and Dave and Chris Poland, we would take turns living when we were homeless before Peace Sells at this rehearsal hall we had down in Vernon, which is like
Oh, God.
past the
Wow.
meatpacking district.
Okay, that's way far.
downtown.
That's way in the hole.
It's way in the hole. It was
Yeah.
that'll put you on heroin.
You don't want to
You're
be.
not
You don't want to be
already
in Vernon.
on it. It's depressing. Yeah.
No, no. We avoided
It was
all the bad
depressing.
places.
Yeah, good for you.
Glendale is about as far, below the belt we'll go.
Yeah, don't take Heidi down to Vernon. That's not, that's not your
We're not going to
Carol
Vernon.
Sushi's
Yeah,
more your
I'm more
hang.
of a Burbank
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
Well, Dave, it's been so fun chatting with you.
Yeah, Dave. This was fun.
wonderful.
I I've missed you. It's been a while
I know,
since
man.
we've actually been able to
Likewise.
like chit chat.
I know.
And you're
Yeah.
starting a new Twitch station. Is this?
I am. Yes, I
Yes.
have the David Ellison. I think it's David Ellison official, I believe. But yeah, we've done some of these streams for the David Ellison Youth Music Foundation.
Awesome.
And partnered in with Twitch. I think those were mostly through the Grammy Music Education Coalition through their Twitch channel. So I set up a Twitch, and knowing you are doing so well with it and have such a great audience here. And
Oh, thanks for
platform,
trying.
I
Thank you.
appreciate you. Yeah, I appreciate you letting me come in and hang out. And
You gonna play
helping
some
me
Call of
get my
Duty?
Twitch channel off the channel.
You can play some Call of Duty.
I'm so not a gamer, man. I'm
I wasn't either. I
I'm
wasn't.
just- are you game now? Like, cause you're Twitchers? Do you game or
She
no?
got into call. She started Call of Duty and she went on and got murdered within like 2 seconds. Like, well, this is boring. And then
That'll happen.
probably like 30 minutes later, I come in and she is in it. Like she's like riding
Blowing up
motorcycles
tanks.
and blowing up helicopters. I'm like, all right, well, I guess I don't have my computer anymore.
Yeah.
So
And chicks who can kill things on video games, you have to look out for because
Yeah.
now you've
now
discovered
you
an
have
inner,
tapped into another
inner-
audience.
What, the green hair didn't give away my crazy?
Yep. Yeah.
We always knew, Heidi. We always knew.
Yeah.
Well, we love you lots, and
dude.
we hope you're
you so
doing
much.
well. Good luck on the tour.
Good luck on the
So
tour, man.
excited
Stay
for
safe
you.
out there.
Yeah,
Great to
we're
chat
all
with you both. Yeah.
we're all jelly.
Yeah. Yeah. We're
Yeah.
super
Well, we'll
jealous.
keep you posted. So.
Yeah.
All right. Mask up. Keep it safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, buddy.
All right.
Well,
All right,
thank you
man.
for joining
See you guys.
us. We'll
Yeah.
we'll
You're
we'll
welcome.
follow you on the old Twitch account.
Yep.
I love it.
Yeah,
Thank you
dude.
guys. See ya.
All right.
Bye.
See ya. Oh, that was fun.
That was so
Oh,
fun.
are we back? Are we back with no?
I think our camera died.
Oh, it did die. Let
Hold
me
up.
just
Hold up.
flip it on there.
Well,
There we go. Come on back.
I don't think
There it is.
Oh, it worked. Okay, good.
Yeah, I think it wasn't on. So
All right, guys.
Well,
that
that
was
was
fun.
fun.
Just chit-chatting with an old friend. Thanks for joining us. As you noted, as we did say, we do have a new single coming out on the 30th, the day before Halloween.
Yeah. That's in
So
Rob Zombie.
exciting.
You have to compete with Rob Zombie. It shouldn't be hard.
It'll be fun.
Oh my God.
But please go follow Dave Ellefson on Twitch.
Yeah.
It's so fun. I've been loving our times on Twitch. Yes, we are gonna do ghost hunting soon.
We will.
I think maybe tonight.
We'll try to do it tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do it tonight. We are not gonna do a wake up call today, but if you have subbed today or the past week at all, please whisper us your phone number so I can put your name in the floppy doppy hat. And we can do the floppy doppy, and we will do a wake up call on Wednesday. Maybe we'll sneak one in on a different day. I don't know.
Yeah.
But if you've subbed or gifted subs, please send us your phone number so I can put your name in the floppy doppy hat. Did we just announce that Rob Zombie's releasing a song?
No, he
before
did. No, John 5 just posted.
Oh my God. I was going to say.
I said that because I saw it on.
I was like,
Yeah.
shit, did we just.
Yeah, Rob called me and said, "Don't say anything." Just kidding. Rob didn't call me. He doesn't have my phone number. We don't know each other.
You didn't whisper it to him?
No.
All right, let's do one more article before we bounce out
Okay.
of here.
Well, we didn't finish
Yeah,
the
we
one.
have to finish this landmark quiz because I need
Yeah.
to know where this White Sands National Monument is.
Back into now that we just told Dave that we were like geography experts. White Sands National Monument is the most visited landmark in which state? I don't even know where this is.
Okay, Aaron says New
Is it
Mexico.
Colorado? Oh, no, that sounds right. It's not Utah. You know.
Well, Utah's the salt flats, but it's white, but it's not sand.
Okay. So what is it? New Mexico? I'm gonna hit that. Here we go.
All right,
Ready?
here we go.
5, 4. Okay, just did it. Okay, he was right.
Okay, all right,
Cool.
cool.
Carter's of the Moon National Monument is the most visited landmark in which
I
state?
think they meant to say craters.
Well, you would know this then. Is this? I've never heard of this. Where is this, guys? Yes, that's not an answer. We need to.
I'm gonna go with North Dakota.
It kind of looks North Dakota-ish.
Is it North Dakota?
Okay.
Let's give it a whirl.
Wrong.
No, Idaho.
Oh, okay. Well, that was it.
Is it Carter's? I think it would probably be Carter's.
95%.
Wow.
Cool. All right.
Wow. All right.
Should we do another one?
Yeah, let's do another one.
Okay. What do we want to do?
Best Halloween costume ideas for TV lovers, guys. Some of these are actually pretty cool.
I've read this completely wrong. I thought it was like best Halloween costume ideas for lovers, which would have been weird. Okay. Jason and Janet from The Good Place.
Cute.
Obscure.
So, have you guys figured out what you're being for Halloween yet? If you're doing Halloween at all, because Henry still
it bad?
hasn't.
I still haven't decided yet.
So, and
I'm gonna go get a
I need to
costume.
do my Beetlejuice. New follower,
Hey,
Soulburn.
Soulburn. Hey, Soulburn's a Meshuggah fan. That's the
So,
song.
Freddy Krueger, nice.
It's a good one.
All right, let's see.
Okay. The Belcher family from Bob's Burgers. That's a show that everybody is into that I have not really watched, but that's
It's actually pretty funny.
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
it's
I've
very,
seen
very
like
funny.
an episode.
Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie from The Simple Life. Wow.
That's cute.
Would anybody get that? Probably not.
Yeah, probably.
Joe Exotic, of course.
Mhm.
Yeah. Carol Baskin.
I feel like that's gonna be
that's probably the most popular one
the
this year.
costume of the year.
Mm-hmm. The Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling. Really? That's a thing?
Yeah,
From Glow? Oh, from Glow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Glow's real popular. Burt
Parks
Macklin.
Parks and
Parks Rec.
Recreation.
Yeah. That's actually a really good costume. He did a great job there.
I've never really watched that show.
It's supposed to be hilarious. Like, it's supposed to be super good. Yes. Breaking Bad.
Yeah, see, we could make we could do that.
It's kind of a weak costume, though.
Yeah.
It's not. It's just they just look like they just got out of school. TJ and Spinelli from Recess. Don't know that show. No one's getting that one.
But some people might know it. The Skittles Box commercial.
Hilarious.
That's funny.
I mean, talk about lazy. I just like,
What? It's gonna be so hard
Alls
to
I've
put
got-
Skittles on your body.
all I have is this bag of Skittles. What are we going to do for Halloween? Cosmo and Wanda from
Fairly Odd Parents. Yes.
Okay. Debbie and Wild Thornberries.
From the Wild Thornberries.
It just looks like
Cute.
a like that. You just see that on Ventura Boulevard
Yeah.
usually. Lucy from I Love Lucy.
Yeah.
Oh, adorable.
She totally pulled that off.
Throwback. Joanne.
Queer Eye. Two guys on Queer Eye. for
Oh
the Straight
right,
Guy.
that guy. Yeah, he's funny.
I've never watched that show.
Queer Eye for the Straight Guy.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
Okay.
Cat Dog from Cat Dog. Okay. Cat Dog from Cat Dog. Riverdale.
Yeah.
You watch this show.
I did watch the show. I've stopped watching it because it's
Lame.
it just gets ridiculous.
Cookie and Lucius from the Empire.
Okay.
Empire's another good one. These are all a bunch of shows we never watch. Oh, this
The
is
bent
good.
neck lady from Haunting on Hill House.
Well, that's creepy.
Yeah. Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Another supposed to be very funny one. BoJack Horseman. God, these are so obscure. I just can't imagine anybody getting any of these. Well, this one obviously.
This is awesome.
Now that is pretty funny.
That's good.
Dude, that is Homer Simpson. Okay, that's a good one.
Prison Mike and Date Mike from The Office.
The Office, not
I get it.
obscure. Those characters, way obscure.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good. She looks just like her.
Yeah. Seinfeld.
Yeah,
Nailed it.
nailed it. Gilmore Girls.
That doesn't look like Halloween
That-
at all.
How is that a costume?
Just a cup with their name on it.
They
I don't
show
know.
up at the party and like, you guys didn't dress up. And they're like, no, we did. It's our cups. What?
It's in the cups.
That's funny.
Which show is that from?
Arrested Development.
Oh, okay.
That's another thing. We just look at these and we have to guess the show. Oh, that guy's
Okay.
funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Flavor Town.
That's hilarious. How many of these are there? Jeez. Golden Girls. Great. Awesome.
Yeah.
Blanche.
I really would love to be a golden girl for Halloween. I would love to
I was gonna
get
say,
old.
just gotta wait a few years.
Yeah, seriously. Keep drinking that vodka.
American Horror Story.
Yep.
I like that costume just in general.
Stranger
Things.
Things.
Steve Harrington. Very nice. Magic School Bus. You guys get any ideas here?
I liked Magic
Magic-
School Bus.
Really?
Yeah,
Never
back
even
in
heard
the
of
day.
it.
What?
Nope. Chilling Adventures of
Buckle
Sabrina.
up.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Not me.
I did watch a little bit of this. It was
Chilling
good.
Adventures of Sabrina.
She's a teenage witch.
Oh
Ooh.
my goodness. Guys, I'm super tired today. Sorry.
The Marvelous Miss Maisel. That just looks like
Fantastic show. There's a
fantastic
lot of costumes
show.
for that one.
Meh costume.
Yeah, that's of all the costumes on that show, that's what she went with. Not good. Westworld? Yeah, Westworld's good.
Okay.
How I Met Your Mother?
Okay.
Okay. These are
Last
Schitt's
but not
Creek?
least, Schitt's Creek.
That's funny.
That's a good one.
Great.
Well, guys,
Okay.
join us for some ghost hunting.
I'm gonna do some ghost hunting.
Tonight we'll be doing that tonight, and I guess we could do like a nighttime wake up call. Friday night shitstorm. No, we're gonna watch the baseball game, and then we're gonna
Yeah.
hunt for some ghosts.
I've got a tri-tip I'm gonna throw in the smoker.
Oh,
Smoke some tri-tip, guys. Should I just start the song just
yes,
to
yes.
oh, hold on. I gotta bring it up. Gotta bring it up.
Did you create that
Yeah.
image? How cute.
No, that just came. That was
just
this
came
random
stock?
clip art I found.
It's so cute.
Thank you.
Oh.
Okay, guys.
Intro to your weekend. It is almost noon on the Pacific Standard Time. Ooh.
Oh. They don't have audio on there, so they can't hear the song. So you're just gonna have to look at us while we do this play out.
Yeah, we're gonna ghost hunt.
Yeah.
Actually, Call of Duty also has some Halloween stuff, so we might do Call of Duty.
Oh my god. I'm keep yawning today. Dave was fun.
That was fun.
Ooh.
Seeing our old pal.
He's so chipper. Like, dude.
You guys, follow Dave on here. You can ask him all your dying questions.
Fantastic show. Thanks.
Thanks.
Which
Matthew.
one? We had to restart like 3 times. Is this a new song? It's my new song.
This is not the new song. I'm not sure what time tonight. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably after the game.
Yeah, after it all
After the
depends on
Dodgers
baseball.
destroy the Rays.
Ugh.
It is.
Guys, we
Can you
have a
link
new
to Dave's channel? What is Dave's
Dave Ellefson.
tag? Yeah, just type his name in.
Dave Ellefson official, I think, is what he said. So, new single out. Whee!
Not this song, guys.
New single out.
This doesn't need a title though.
Next Friday. Pre-save.
What do you guys want to call this?
Go to butcherbabies.com. Click the link. Free save. Bottom of a bottle. Dave's Twitch, Dave Ellefson official.
There you go. Dave Ellison.
I don't know. We tried to get Carla here. She wasn't here.
Yeah. She didn't pick up her phone.
She didn't call. She was supposed to join, and she didn't. God damn it. A little tease of the new song?
Sorry.
You gotta wait.
Gotta wait. All right, guys.
Bye. Have a great weekend.
Bye. Oh.
Hello. Goodbye.